And so once again welcome you all to my option series of videos. So in the first, if you have seen my first option video, that was on basic what is called what is put option, you can just go and refer to that video. Maybe I'll just link that video in this video section and on the top right hand corner, and then you can have a look and understand the very basic. That's for the beginners, like who actually doesn't understand what is what is put, and when should we sell a call option, when should we sell a put options. So that's the introduction video. This one I have basically designed for once you know what is options, then what are the different strategies which you can include or which you can implement in options. So we have, like, first is the option spreads. So we'll be discussing in this video mostly on the option spread. So in the option spread, why I have mentioned this, like basically risk to reward, is that here we will see that what is the risk factor and what is the reward which we can get here. Because whenever you implement any of the option strategies, you should understand what is the risk and what is the reward. Because when you deal with option, the biggest factor is like your risk management. You have to control your risk, and you should know when you enter a trade, you should know what will be your reward point. So that's very much important, and that's why we will discuss more on this, and I'll try to explain more, like what in this basically what will be your risk, the strategy which I'll discuss in my coming slides, and how much reward or how much profit you can gain with this strategy. So we'll be discussing basically on option spreads. There are a couple of different types in option spreads which I'll be telling you, and mostly in this one I'll be going to discuss one of them. So let's see what we have in this video. So the topics which we have is, first is we'll discuss the introduction. So I'll tell you a little bit about whoever don't know about what is a spread, why do we do it. So all those basic things will come up in the introduction. Then we will see types of vertical spreads. So as I mentioned here that I'll be discussing about spreads. So basically I'll be discussing about vertical spreads. So what are the different types of vertical spreads we have, I'll be discussing in this section. And I will be covering cover one complete strategy on this vertical spreads, and then see what's the risk, what's the reward, what are the advantages when you can implement this. Because you need to understand one thing before implementing any kind of strategy in your trade. You should be very clear that why are you doing it, in which market environment are you entering that scenario, like strategies. Because many times I have posted on my Twitter timeline as well, it's not about strategy, it's about at what time you have to enter that strategy and what time you need to exit that strategy. You cannot implement every strategy at every market scenario. You should be very clear about like when you should implement a certain strategy. So those all things I'll be discussing in this section. So introduction. So as I mentioned, option spreads. So why do we need option spreads? So it's basically to limit your risk and to get maximum reward. So first thing, whoever is a trader, he understand your risk management is the most crucial part of your trading. Because if you don't know how much is your risk, you are not going to be a profitable trader in the long run. You are just entering into a business of gambling, nothing else. So you should very much understand how much is your risk and how you can limit your risk. Next thing is that whenever you implement any strategy, is that those are basically used to enhance your returns, obviously your profit, this will be there. And next will be your hedging. So hedging mechanism is one of the important, which again controls your loss. Earn more with any market movement. So that's what I discussed. Every strategy has its different purpose and it should be implemented as per the market movement. So at what market condition you can like earn more, so that can be done with these strategies. So here is what is spread. First, before I go to the vertical spread more, I thought of like explaining you more what is spreads. So if you see by the definition spreads, I'll tell you in very simple, in very layman's language, it's the gap. This gap, can you see? It's the gap between your short position and your long position, that is buy and sell in index option. So suppose you have you have sold a call for 50 rupees and you have bought a call for 100 rupees. Okay. So what's the gap between this? The gap between this is 50 rupees. So that gap between these two position is known as spread. So this is a very basic example which I have tried to explain, and understand that in any spread there will be one sale and there will be one buy, right? And this sale and buy is of same expiry. Same expiration date should be same for this both. Now, what is the gap? So it is the difference of the amount paid to sell and buy. That's what I explained, the difference of the amount. So for you are buying a call option for 100 rupees, you are selling a call option for 50 rupees. So the difference of the amount is 50, so that's creating a spread. So that is known as a spread. It's a very layman's language I have, and now I'll try to explain you more with our live examples. Now let's go here and see types of vertical spread. So as I mentioned, I'll be discussing more on vertical spread. What is a vertical spread? So vertical spread has been categorized mainly into these four different types. First is the bull call spread. So just understand bull and bear, right? Bull is for when market is going up, bear market when market is going down, that's a bear market. Call and put. I have already explained what is a call, what is a put. So we have like a bull call spread, then we have a bull put spread. Similarly, we have a bear put spread and bear call spread, and all these different spreads are implemented in different market scenario, and you should understand that at what market movements you will be implementing this. So here in this section, I am going to tell you more about what is a bull call spread and what market condition you can implement it and limit your risk and more enhance your profit. So let's begin with that. So bull call spread, as the name itself suggests, bull. Bull means when the market is going up. That means when you know the market will be bullish. So that is the time when we'll be looking at the bull call spread. What happens in the bull call spread? So in bull call spread, you have to go long in one call of lower strike price, and then you have to go short on another call, short on a higher strike price. I'm very sure you haven't understand anything, but I'll give an example and then maybe you will be understand it better. So, but I'm just trying to explain you. First, so one long call at lower strike price. So let's see a bank nifty. Suppose bank nifty is at let's see, bank nifty is at 37,200 for example. Let's take this example. This is the spot price for bank nifty. So you have to go long call on a lower strike price. So here is the lower side, right? Or we can say bank nifty is at suppose 37,000. That will be, I think you can understand it more better. So one long call, lower strike price. Lower strike. So anything lower than 37,000, anything lower than 37,000 we'll buy that call. For example, let it be 36,500 call. So you are buying it, you are going long on that call. One short call on higher strike price. So higher strike price, anything more than 36,500, it can be 37,000 as well, or it can be suppose 36,800. So that is always higher strike price. So you have to short this call or you have to sell this call. So this is how you create a bull call spread. So why we do it? when you are bullish on the underlying asset. So as the name suggests, it's a bull call spread. So you should be like you know that Bank Nifty is, you have a view that Bank Nifty is going to be bullish in the coming weeks. So you are creating a bull call spread. This is basically established for a net debit, paying from your own pocket. Now what is a net debit? Debit means you are paying more. You are paying more from your pocket than the premium which you are receiving, because this one 36,500 call, suppose that will be at 100 rupees, and the call which we have sold in a higher strike price is at 50 rupees. So you are paying actually 50 rupees from your own pocket. So that's a debit strategy. Can you see this? This is a debit strategy. Whatever you are paying from your own pocket becomes a debit strategy, because you are not getting the premium amount which you are receiving from selling that option is less than the sale amount. The sale premium is always less than the buy one, right? So you are giving more from your pocket. So that's why it's a debit strategy. You must have heard about debit spread, credit spread. So this comes under debit strategy. That's a debit spread you are creating, because you are giving more from your own pocket. Your buying call is more than what premium you are getting. So this is one example. So let me give you example from the Bank Nifty trade. Suppose, that's what I explained. You buy a Bank Nifty 36,500 call at 120 rupees, and you sell Bank Nifty 37,000 call at 50 rupees. That's what I mentioned, right? Selling higher call, higher strike, higher strike, okay, and buying lower strike. So that's what we do. So you are buying 36,500 call at 120, you are selling 37,000 call at 50. So your profit is limited, your loss is limited. And can you see, you are giving more from your own pocket. You are giving 70 rupees more from your pocket. So this is, you have created a spread, you have created a debit spread. Debit, that is known as, this is bull call spread, because you are giving more from your pocket. And this is at what scenario? When you think market is bullish, right? So this is how you create this spread. Next is the payoff graph. You can just plot this graph in any of the strategy software tool as well. This I have plotted. So this is the main line. It is the expiration date should be equal. That's one thing, because let me explain you here. So if you are buying Bank Nifty 36,500 call, so that's the expiry, suppose it's 25th December, for example. So this one should also be 25th December. That is, the expiry date should be same. You cannot do this one of different expiry and this one of different expiry. So the expiration date here should be same. So as you see, this side you are shorting a call, and this side you are buying a long call price, which is a lower strike price, and this side. So your loss is limited. Can you see? This is your loss zone and this is your profit zone. So anything above here will be in profit, but your profit is also limited. So this is the payoff graph, how it looks in a bull call spread, and what will be your basically loss. So this I have explained here as well. So if you see 36,500 call I have suppose sold at 118, this I have sold this I have bought at 118, this I have sold at 53. So what is the maximum loss I can have? I can have 1628 is the maximum loss. This you can do it. The loss, how the loss is calculated, what is the premium price for this? 118. You can do into 25. That's the amount minus this one 53 into 25, that is one lot of Bank Nifty. So whatever you are getting, that's this price plus the brokerage, it will add the brokerage. So that comes out to be 1628. You can do this. So that's your maximum loss. So the maximum loss can be, once more let me go to the slide. your maximum loss can be whatever premium you have paid from your pocket can be your maximum loss. So here the maximum, as you can see, is 70 rupees. So 70 rupees can be your maximum loss. So that's what I have explained it here as well. This one is the maximum loss can be the difference between this two, can be the max plus the brokerages what you have paid can be the maximum loss. So this is how the loss is calculated. And profit can be anywhere when it goes above 37,000, the beyond the range. So maximum risk. So the maximum risk can be the cost of spread including brokerage and the premium paid. That's what I explained. The maximum loss can be this one, 70 rupees. That is the difference between these two spreads. And the loss when both calls expires worthless. So this one, let's go there. Yeah. If 36,500C and 37,000 call both expires worthless, because market doesn't expire any of this and the both calls expire worthless, you will be in loss. But the loss is again that's limited. Loss will not be more than this. But this all I am telling you at what scenario you can be at loss. Or the underlying asset becomes bearish, lower the strike price of a long call. What does this mean? You suspected Bank Nifty to go up, but Bank Nifty became bearish. So your 36,500 call which you bought already, the price of that has reduced. So under that condition, under that condition, your this one will be in loss. So if market goes beyond this point, anywhere beyond this point, you will be in loss. You will be in loss because why you have created bull call spread, that is for your maximum profit, right? So this is how you do it, the maximum risk. So I hope it clears your doubts, and I'll try to explain it more in my coming videos as well, other strategy of the spread. And hope you like the video. If you like the video, you can share the video with the ones who want to know more about trading, about option strategies. You can subscribe to my channel, and I'll be coming back again with my next video. So thank you everyone, and wish you to see you again in my next section of the video. Thank you.